Your heart races, your mind goes blank. Someone speaks over you, insults you thinly disguised as a joke, or tries to physically dominate your space. Hours later, while lying in bed, you finally think of the perfect comeback. But in the moment, you froze. Society taught you to de-escalate, to be polite, to keep the peace. But peace is a luxury that predators do not respect. Your politeness is exactly what paints a target on your back. You are done being the intellectual prey for loud, stupid people. In the next 16 minutes, I'm going to give you Machiavelli's exact blueprint to destroy intimidation instantly. Stay and learn how to break their minds. Leave and stay a victim forever. You were taught that invincibility is physical, that you need to be bigger, louder, or meaner to command respect. But Machiavelli understood a deeper truth. Invincibility is a performance. It is a psychological state projected so powerfully that others treat it as physical fact. The reason you freeze is not because you are weak. You freeze because your nervous system has been programmed by a society that profits from compliant, predictable people. The education system, the workplace, the polite social scripts, all of them are designed to manufacture citizens who de-escalate, who apologize, who shrink. They created a world where the loud and the ruthless exploit the quiet and the thoughtful. And they convinced you that your quiet thoughtfulness was a moral victory. It is not. It is a tactical surrender. This video is not about coping mechanisms. It is not about breathing exercises to manage your anxiety. This is about psychological warfare. By the time we are done, you will understand the exact biological mechanism that aggressors use to dominate you, and you will possess the Machiavellian counterweapon that collapses their confidence in under 4 seconds. You will learn why the most terrifying thing you can do to a loud person is absolutely nothing. And you will discover how to project an aura so still, so unshakable, that disrespect dies before it reaches your ears. If these ideas resonate with you, hit that subscribe button for more top-tier content. Also, drop a destroy in the comments so I know you're ready. Let's dive in. Here is the forbidden question. What is the precise 4-second biological window where a bully's confidence completely collapses if you don't react? Every human interaction, especially confrontational ones, operates on a hidden biological timeline. When an aggressor moves into your space, whether verbally or physically, they are not just being mean. They are executing an ancient dominance ritual encoded in their mammalian brain. They are releasing a burst of energy, a psychological challenge designed to trigger one of 3 responses in you: fight, flight, or fawn. Most of you, the intellectuals, the thinkers, the polite ones, you have been conditioned to choose fawn. You smile nervously, you explain yourself, you try to de-escalate with reason. But here is what the aggressor is actually experiencing. Their brain is flooded with cortisol and testosterone. They are riding a wave of physiological arousal that feels powerful, but it is also unstable. This state is chemically addictive for them. They need your fear, your submission, your reaction to stabilize their own internal high. Your reaction is their drug. Your panic is their validation. Your explanation is their proof that they are dominant. Did you know that loud, aggressive people often suffer from chronic cortisol addiction, meaning they literally need your reaction to feel stable? Without your fear, their own physiology turns against them. The energy they projected has nowhere to go. It rebounds. It creates an internal dissonance, a moment of profound insecurity. This is the 4-second window. From the moment they finish their aggression, you have approximately 4 seconds where their entire psychological state hinges on your response. If you react, you feed the addiction. If you remain absolutely terrifyingly still, you starve it. And in that starvation, their confidence collapses. Your greatest weakness in this game is not your lack of a comeback, it is your emotional reactivity. You have been trained your entire life to believe that silence, in the face of an accusation, is an admission of guilt. That if you do not defend yourself, you must be wrong. This is the lie that keeps you enslaved. Stop for a moment and calculate the energy you waste on justifying yourself to people who have already decided to disrespect you. You try to explain your logic to someone who is not operating on logic. You attempt to appeal to the empathy of someone who views empathy as a weakness to exploit. This is not just ineffective, it is strategically disastrous. Every word you offer in your own defense is a data point they collect. It tells them what buttons to push next time. It shows them that you are willing to play their game. Here is the uncomfortable truth. You are not being bullied because you are weak. You are being bullied because you let them. You let them because you are still playing by the rules of a game they never agreed to. You think the game is about who is right. They know the game is about who controls the emotional temperature of the room, and every time you raise your voice, every time your face flushes, every time you rush to fill the silence with an explanation, you hand them the thermostat. Machiavelli wrote that it is far safer to be feared than loved. But he did not mean you need to become a tyrant. He meant you must become unpredictable. A loved man is predictable. He will seek approval. He will avoid conflict. He can be manipulated. A feared man is an unknown quantity. People do not know what he will do next. And the human brain, when faced with an unknown quantity, defaults to caution. They will not risk pushing you if they cannot predict your reaction. Your reactivity has made you predictable. Your silence will make you an enigma. What if I told you the most terrifying thing you can do to a loud person is absolutely nothing? Weaponized silence is not passive. It is not the silence of a victim who has given up. It is the silence of a predator who is observing. It is the quiet before the strike. When you deploy this correctly, you are not freezing, you are holding space. You are making a conscious, strategic choice to withdraw your energy from their game. The technique is simple in execution, but requires immense psychological fortitude to master. When the aggressor finishes their statement, their insult, their challenge, their attempt to dominate, you do not speak, you do not fidget, you do not look away. You hold eye contact, but not just any eye contact. You deploy the dead-eye stare. This is not a glare of anger. Anger is still a reaction. It tells them they got to you. The dead-eye stare is different. It is the look a scientist gives a specimen. It is calm, it is curious, it is completely devoid of the emotional validation they crave. Your eyes say, I am observing an interesting biological phenomenon. There is no fear in your eyes. There is no anger. There is only the cold, detached interest of someone studying a bug. As Machiavelli knew, the man who controls his own breath controls the entire room. While you hold this stare, you control your breath, slow, deep, silent. You are not holding your breath in tension. You are breathing with the deliberate pace of someone completely at ease. This physiological signal, slow breath, steady gaze, still body, broadcasts a frequency of dominance that their ancient brain recognizes instantly. It says, this one is not prey, this one is dangerous. You will feel the urge to explain yourself here. You will feel the silence like a physical weight, screaming at you to fill it with words. But do not make the fatal mistake. That urge is the last gasp of your conditioned self, trying to drag you back into the victim role. Let the silence stretch. Let it become uncomfortable. Let it become unbearable. For them, watch as their eyes dart, watch as they shift their weight, watch as they offer a weak laugh or a mumbled retreat. You have just denied them their drug, and their system is crashing in real time. How do you project this power before anyone even speaks to you? That is the secret of the aura of danger. Intimidation is not something that happens to you. It is a dynamic you co-create by accepting the role of the intimidated. To destroy it permanently, you must shift your baseline presence so that disrespect never even gets launched in your direction. This is the Machiavellian principle of appearing invincible. Your body language has been screaming safe target your entire life, and you didn't even know it. The way you hold your shoulders, the speed of your movements, the direction of your gaze when you walk into a room. You have been broadcasting submission signals, and the predators in your environment have been reading them like a neon sign. Here is the tactical correction. First, slow down. Nervous energy moves fast. Jerky movements, quick glances, fidgeting hands, all of these signal a nervous system in fight or flight mode. Power moves slowly. Power is unhurried because power has nothing to prove and nothing to fear. When you walk into a room, walk as if you own it. Not with swagger, but with the quiet certainty of someone who belongs there more than anyone else. Second, master the non-reactive face. In social dynamics, the person who reacts least controls the interaction. Practice keeping your face still when someone delivers news, good or bad. Do not give away your emotional data for free. Let people wonder what you are thinking. Let them project their own fears and hopes onto your stillness. An unreadable face is a fortress. Third, occupy space. Submissive people make themselves small. They pull in their limbs, they cross their arms, they angle their body away. Dominant people, strategic people, they occupy the space they are in. They do not apologize for their physical existence. Stand with your feet planted. Keep your hands still and open at your sides or resting on a surface. Do not fidget. Do not shrink. Your physical stillness is the foundation of your psychological unshakability. This brings us to the core of the Machiavellian defense, the fear of the unpredictable. When you become the person who does not react, who does not explain, who does not rush to fill silence, you become unpredictable. And an unpredictable person is a dangerous person. They will think twice before approaching you with disrespect because they cannot guarantee the outcome. They cannot be sure you won't do something that makes them look foolish. And for an aggressor, whose entire identity is built on a fragile facade of dominance, looking foolish is the one thing they fear most. Before we finish, there is one critical mistake you make with your body language that invites disrespect. You smile when you are uncomfortable. You laugh nervously at your own expense. You are training people to treat you as the source of their amusement, not as a force to be respected. Stop it. Save your smile for those who have earned it. Your neutral face is not rudeness. It is a boundary. It is a gate that keeps out the unworthy. Let them earn your warmth. If they are not willing to approach you with basic respect, they do not get to see you smile. You started this video as someone whose nervous system betrayed them in the face of conflict. You felt the racing heart, the blank mind, the hours later regret. You were the intellectual prey for loud, stupid people who operate on brute emotional force while you operate on logic. But logic does not work on people who have abandoned reason. You needed a new weapon. Now you have it. You understand the 4-second biological window. You see the trap of reactivity for what it is, a conditioned response designed to keep you weak. You possess the weapon of absolute, terrifying silence and the dead-eye stare that collapses their confidence. And you know how to project the aura of danger that stops disrespect before it starts. You are leaving now as an apex strategist whose silence is deadlier than their scream. You are leaving as someone who has integrated their shadow, who has taken the hidden rage of 1,000 small betrayals and forged it into cold, impenetrable steel. You are no longer the person who explains themselves to those who do not deserve an explanation. You are the observer. You are the one who holds the space. You are the one who controls the thermostat. Never lower your gaze. Never rush to fill the silence. Let them drown in the quiet intensity of your presence. Let them experience the terrifying power of a person who needs nothing from them. When you master this, you do not just defeat individual aggressors. You transcend the entire game. You move through the world not as a target, but as a force. And forces are not disrespected. Forces are navigated around. Forces are treated with caution, with respect, with the wide berth that danger commands. If you are ready to command the respect you deserve and walk through life untouched, subscribe. We are building an alliance of dangerous minds, people who have decided that being nice is less important than being strategic, people who understand that peace is a luxury earned by the capable, not a right granted to the weak. This is your alliance. This is your war, and you now have your weapon. Drop unbreakable in the comments. Let it be your declaration. Let it be the mark you leave on this video, a signal to others like you that you have crossed the line from victim to strategist. If you want to know the 7 things you should never do in public if you want to maintain your power, click the video on screen now. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. I'll see you there. See what others miss. Know what others fear. Become who others can't.